You want to go for a ride? West Minnesota, and I think they said that the temperature of the soil has to be up to like 60 or something.
Oh. She's like, let's go to the next one.
Hello everyone, and welcome back. We just ran the dogs. It's Friday night, and it's chilly today. The wind is coming off of Lake Superior. It's cold. I mean, the temperature is, I think it's like 43 right now, but it got up to like 55, but down where my folks live, a couple hours south, away from the lake, not even that far, but down by my folks, I don't know what it got to, but they said it might get to 80 today. Might have got to 80. Tomorrow, we're supposed to hit our first 70-degree day. Good morning, everybody. It's going to be a beautiful day. Melissa just hollered that it's time for lunch. Well, it does chew it up. I mean, the tractor pulls it easily, but there's got to be some sort of a depth adjustment. See, with my other disc that didn't have the wheel lift, we would just put weights on it, like cement blocks or whatever. And I don't know, I was watching a video, there's only one video I could find on this disc except for the one that I put up when I first got it. And the guy said this is a good disc for after the field is plowed, not such a good disc when it's doing raw ground like this, like a real cutter. But I'm gonna look at the depth adjustment on it, which I don't know. I mean, I don't know that would have anything to do with it once it's in the field because it has its own weight. Everything floats here, so there's nothing holding it. So I can see front to back there being an adjustment. But I mean, anyway, I can plow this if we have to, because that's what I'm debating. Or I can go over, after you go over it a few times, it starts to chew it up pretty good, but I'd like to dig down a little bit deeper than that. But I don't want to get down too deep because everything is so sandy here. The soil that we have, the topsoil is good just from years of the grass dying and coming back and dying. If you get down too far, it turns into almost like sugar sand. But I'm going to go read some more on this and see if I can do anything with the adjustment. And we'll figure it out. It's cool that it goes up and down. I got that figured out. That's pretty nice. Oh, we just watched about half of Alice in Wonderland, but it was like a TV version, so it's not very good at all. When we saw it was 3 hours and 15 minutes long, and then we said, no way, we're done for today. We got up to 70 today, supposed to get down to 35 tonight, and I think 67 tomorrow, and then we're going to be getting into some rain. Good morning, everybody. Little change of plans this morning. Our TV's been acting up, that 70-inch that we have in the living room. And now it keeps going black screen, especially when I have my regular antenna TV on. It's starting to do it even with the apps on there. And all I really watch is antenna TV. So anyway, we bought another one. And I have to go pick it up this morning. This time we got a 75-inch. I got the TV picked up. Head towards home. Melissa's in there making Salisbury steaks or whatever it is she makes, where it's like hamburger patties and onion gravy. She's cooking that. I'm going to start pulling some of these tomato cages and stuff out of here. new TV is too wide by 2 inches, the legs, to sit on that table. So I'm cutting, I have to cut 2 boards to put underneath it for now, and then I ordered a wall mount. But it wasn't in stock at any store near here. It'll be here in 2 days, but for right now I'm not going to leave that TV sitting in the middle of the living room. So I'm going to cut 2 boards and put them underneath there. Get that wall mount later on this week. not having that fence there. The garden area looks small where it was, and everything just seems so wide open. Oh, I got the chair moved back to its summer spot. That's a sure sign of spring right there. Melissa and I were just out in the garden area and figured out where it's going to sit. If the wind would die down a little bit. I apologize for the wind, but up here, when it gets windy out, you know that the warm weather is coming, and in the fall when it gets windy, you know the cold weather is coming. Instead of where the garden started right here before, it's actually going to start. That's one of our wild feral cats. Right about here where it ended, even with that fence line right there. And this garden here was 35 feet wide and 30 feet going this way. We're going to stay with the 35 feet, but we're going to go 50 feet that way. And we want to get a greenhouse eventually. We just looked at one right now, and we'll probably get one that's like 25 by 50. When we do that, I don't think it'll be this year, but it can go here in the tilled part, and then we'll have 5 feet on each side of it where we can plant plants or whatever that the deer don't eat and everything. So that's what we're going to do. I'm excited because that's going to give more room up here. Because like Melissa said, you've got the garage, you've got the chicken coop. This will go eventually, but still you've got the buildings and this. Everything is horseshoed in, and it blocks your view. So this will push it back a little bit anyway. I would normally end this video right now, but I think I'm going to go one more day. We have one nice day. I might have to run into Superior though. I need to get a thing for my truck. I got to do the brakes on it, and I don't have a socket that fits that spline. But this time of year, like, the table might be out, but we could easily get a 12-inch snowfall yet. Everything is a month early. You know, my dad was just up to the cabin, and the ice is off the lake, where last year fishing was second weekend in May, and the ice didn't go off the lake till like 4 days beforehand. So everything is early. You know, you can't get, like I said, tomorrow, one nice day, and then it's going to be in the 40s and rain for 2 days, a chance of some snow showers. So it's going to feel crappy again. This is just a tease. Good morning, everybody. Got down to 26 degrees last night. High is 62 today. Right now I have to go. My GPS says 7.5 miles. Melissa bought an old antique jar to put flour in, so I'm just going to pick it up for her this morning. Well, nobody was home there, and then Melissa messaged them, and I don't know if they're moving in or moving out or working on the house, but there's not much in. There's a huge window right by the door, and they got boxes of stuff on their front porch. Trying to see where this was asparagus here. Where the asparagus is, I gotta scoop this and try to keep it because we want to save those. But the rest of it can just get spread out. When I tried to raise up the bucket, it got jittery, which means it's low on fluid, which I thought might happen because we just hooked up the disc and had to fill up that hydraulic cylinder reservoir and the hoses and everything, so I just added some. Still got a big piece of frozen ground here. A little one over there also. I'm gonna go have some lunch and then maybe we'll come out and figure out where the new garden is gonna go. Well, this is the size of the new garden. I have to square it. Front 2 spots, they're set. I feel like the back part has to go over this way, and that one has to go this way. I'll check it and see, but that's 35 by 50. The reason why I ran the posts, measuring them off the house, is the old garden. When I would look at a Google Earth image above the house, the garden was like crooked to the house, and I'm kind of nuts on straight lines. Drove me nuts every time. So this time I wanted to make sure that it was straight with the house. "35 by 50, squared up. It's not square enough for a cement slab or a pole building. It's like within an inch, but it's good enough for Google Earth and good enough for the garden. If Melissa likes it, that's where I'm going to put it. It seems huge like when you do it like that, but then this garden seems so big, and then once you pulled the fence down, it seems tiny in here. The thing is, this year we want to do sweet corn. I mean, that's going to take, you want them to be 2 feet apart, the rows at the minimum, and I'm probably going to want 4 or 5 rows of them. That's going to eat up, 10 feet of garden, plus you don't want to be tight to the fence. You want to be back a ways. So, the part that gets tilled and the part that gets planted are 2 different things. That wind has really died down. Not quite as bright sunshine. It's kind of getting wispy. I don't know what time that stuff is going to start blowing in, but today the winds were like supposed to be 6 miles an hour. Overnight tonight they're getting up to 15 to 20, and then tomorrow upwards of 40. Not going to be doing anything outside really tomorrow. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. Melissa and I went out there and looked at the garden, and that's where it's going to be this year for sure. Tomorrow it gets windy and the rain comes in. I will see you guys on the next video.